Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rosero Network. I'm Dan. I'm joined by Dean.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, I don't know why I did like that.
Strange.
But yeah, we are looking at Sekiro Shadows Die Twice again, Dean.
Whee!
This time we are exploring some really cool environments that we didn't... Yesterday was more of a tutorial. This is a little bit later on in the game. We're a little bit more powerful. We use some more of the abilities. I was about to say we are a little bit better at the game, and then we die. But you know what? We died twice.
Nice.
But some really cool environments in this. Yeah, we said we will address... this is me just being... Oh, shit. We'll address some of the... I asked yesterday after the video that we put up whether anybody had any questions. And we're just going to kind of address a few questions, talk about some comments that people have made on the game. But I can actually talk more in this video about my opinions on the game. As opposed to yesterday, it was like, facts, this is what you do, it's mental. So we can actually talk about the game itself, which is great.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And you know what, we'll start with one of the first comments, which is from NWA362. Which says, this game plays more like Tenchu than Dark Souls. Reason why I'm getting the CE and the digital copy. It's funny you should mention that, because From Software, back in the day, back in, I think it's like 2008, they actually worked on a Tenchu game, From Software, Shadow Assault Tenchu. So they've got it in their locker. It's there, it exists. And yeah, it can be very Tenchu with the way you approach the game. As you can see now, we got archers. Archers are in the mix. They're the worst in a possible game like this. I was trying to get up there, and then he's annoying me. But it's more agile. In Dark Souls, that took you ages to get out of that. In this, you can just do that, whip up, and then do that. It's great. Execution. Boom.
Nice.
And then, you know what? And then, this way. And then boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Very nice.
But yeah, they did. It is very Tenchu-y. But Tenchu was a... Tenchu was a stealth game for the most part. That's how you should play it. You should be in the shadows, and that's what you should do. You should stick to the shadows. This, not so much. And one of the comments, it was from Caleb, that said, if they're going to push for good combat and good stealth, it will probably just suck. They'll do mediocre at both. Don't get me wrong. I said yesterday there was stealth stuff. This isn't a stealth game. This is an action game that you can do stealth in.
Right.
Now, you don't have to do stealth, and stealth is definitely not a requirement. Actually, it's a requirement for the tutorial mission, but that's it, because you don't have a sword yet. But you don't have to do stealth. I wouldn't even say stealth is an option, properly, because you can't just pick off people like the Predator mode, because eventually you're going to get seen, and eventually you're going to have to get into a fight. Speaking of fight,
big old
so that's
guy.
one of my abilities, my prosthetic abilities. So it's a stun ability.
Okay.
So it uses, I think it uses 3 up. You'll see me use it in a minute, but it's in the bottom right corner, my counter with how many times I can use my abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
This guy's super powerful. It uses 2. So you can only use a certain amount of them before you kill and get more back. But yeah, they're really handy in the stun for big guys like this. And then suck it,
nice.
But I got 2 back from that, so you can use them a fair bit. You don't have to be. I hate shield fucking guys in all video games. So and you know what, arrow guys as well. Shields and arrows in games like this, just absolute nightmare. But so what you should do, you take out the range at first,
and then.
But I don't think it's a stealth game at all.
So it's more. It's full-on action. Yeah,
for sure, 100%. I'm trying to get him to hit me, so I can counter him and take him out. But in the end, I just got pissed off.
Nice.
So this is when I wrote a bit of a preview on that on the site yesterday, to kind of go along with the video, and I talked a little bit about some of the battles being a little bit like a chess battle, and these are the perfect examples. You have to bide your time, and the shield guys, they're not always swiping, so you can just parry. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but this is really cool up this hill.
So actiony, but also patiency.
Patiency. We're making up new tension. We're making up new words today. You have to be patient. you can't just run in and smash shit because for the most part they'll just deflect it. And then this is me being stealthy. I like the stealth shit, but it just gives me an advantage of then flowing into full combat.
Yeah.
Like I get to take out one because in Dark Souls and Bloodborne and whatever game, the Soulsborne game, managing crowds is this is me using the charge attack. I just wanted to see what it was like. Managing crowds is super important, and it can be quite tricky. So you got kind of advantage in this that you can kind of thin out the crowd before you kind of get in there. And this is me using the resurrection in the way that it was intended. Once again. But I'm trying to parry too much. Like I should be blocking and then letting go of block to parry, like holding down L1 if it's on the PlayStation, and then as they're doing it just lifting and then pressing again. I love that. Died.
Yeah.
Then he's dead. He walks off. Boom. Suck it, bitch.
It's very good.
But yeah, I don't think to call this game a stealth game is not right at all. And I don't think it's fair. So that's my thoughts on that. But he says it looks ultra linear so far in all the gameplay, and for the most part, it gets a little bit more open now where we are. The first stuff that you saw yesterday was the opening level. This is I don't know how many hours this is. This is probably like 5 or 6 hours in.
Okay.
They opened up as a save for us, and these guys are just relentless.
Oh my god.
And there's so many of them as well, and they got guys firing arrows at me, so I'm going to stun, and I'm going to take him out. And then I'm going to dodge. But yeah, it is linear, but I think it's linear in the same respect that a Dark Souls game is linear. That eventually there's one way to go, but you have many kind of hub areas to get there. But they're not massive. But like they never have been massive. Like the environments have been massive and like huge and like epic. But for the most part, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, they have one path. Then they have like odd paths for like sub bosses and stuff like that. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of linear. Mighty Sprite Knight asks, is there music that plays while you're traversing the land, or is it like Dark Souls, or there's only music during boss fights? I'm glad to tell you there is music all the time. Well, from what we played anyway, and it's really great as well. It's like playing in like a samurai movie. It's really fitting. Chill, guys. And there's me thinking I can get a bit of range. Screwed that. So yeah, music all the time, which is great. The music was really, really good as well. Like
from what you were playing in the office, it did like you said, very samurai-esque.
Yeah.
So, Shogun World sort of from the Westworld series.
Yeah. It's a power fantasy, a samurai power fantasy, and for the most part. You don't feel that powerful, but when you do pull off shit like that, it's like holy shit.
You feel like a badass, right?
Yeah, you do feel like a badass. And then the last comment I'll touch upon before we kind of just chat generally for the end is Richie Q says the PlayStation exclusive Ghost of Tsushima is going to murder this cheap multiplayer game easily. For one, I don't think it's fair to compare Ghost of Tsushima to this. Ghost of Tsushima is clearly I would say a cinematic game like Uncharted, like those like a Naughty Dog game. Whereas this is pure combat grind. It's pure skill. It's pure kind of mastery. You have to master being. I tell you what, stealth is great for shit like this because these guys are fucking well hard.
These monks.
And they're so hard. And I missed the actual takedown on him, which screwed me up. But yeah, they're crazy, and they're so agile. So I'm trying to block a bit more on this, but they block everything I throw at them, and I parried that, but he was too far back, and I just
looks like he's 100 years old as well. How can he flip over a staff like that?
I don't know, mate. But yeah, I would not compare this to Ghost of Tsushima. I think that is more of a cinematic experience, whereas this is more. Yeah, I would say. It's rewarding, punishing, satisfying, frustrating combat. But yeah, like I think they each have their own kind of different place in the world, that I don't think it's fair to compare them. This is very Dark Soulsy, and super fucking hard. And these guys absolutely screw me over.
They're relentless.
We end on a death like we did yesterday.
Oh no!
But they're so agile, they're so quick, they block everything. Like they're unpredictable because they kind of dash left and right, and then they jab, and then they hold back their kind of. Oh, this guy like just does ninja kicks and shit.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to kind of predict what they're doing. And I think this is the guy that eventually finishes me. But yeah, that was Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice, Dean. That was our second video.
Hey.
Don't forget to check out the other one from yesterday. But I'm back, Dean. But yeah, not for long. But yeah, don't forget to check out the first video we did. This is out 22nd of March on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.